Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I am Heather with Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and this is my design team project for Ruby and Pearl XO. And for my project today, I am sharing a custom journal I created using a neutral color palette. So you'll see there's some embossed old ledger on the front there, along with that pretty frame. And then I used some velvet tapestry type fabric for the spine. And then I layered some papers on the back. The music is antique, and then I used a digital from Ruby and Pearl, which should all pop up on the screen for you. So I used an elastic closure. I kind of liked to keep it, minimal. And I think it's so beautiful. So for the image on the front to peek through, I just resized that digital, and I wanted it to be removable so that if she ever wants to, put something else there, she totally can. And then I used another digital here, and then I just flipped it up so it would create a pocket. So inside the pocket, I added a calling card that I just embossed with one of my folders, a scrap piece of like wallpaper, and then another digital that I added a little bit of lace trim to. So just some little things, because since that opening is there, the book wasn't big enough to, really put a proper pocket in. So that's an antique envelope, and I added some lace trim to it. And then there's some texture paste there on that side, just to kind of help strengthen it a bit. So this image here is a beautiful wallpaper, and I just love it. It is normally in color, but I printed it out in black and white, and I just think it looks beautiful with the music showing through it. I love it. So this is antique music paper. And I did a little bit of where I just adhered some embossed paper at the top, and then it flips open. And then I printed this image on the front, and then on the back, another image. So a great little journaling spot. I filled this with a lot of, florals, since it was, kind of a neutral theme. I wanted it to be just really pretty and romantic and just beautiful. So I used a metal die there just on some packaging paper. And then I just reinforced that paper that's underneath with some washi that I had made with, another digital. So more embossed paper. And then here's a card from the card catalog, and I just embossed it down the center. I thought that was really cool. Now this image is printed on a tracing paper, so really lightweight. And I just, attached it just really loosely with just an embroidery floss onto this mulberry paper, which is, really kind of cool too. And then there is some ledger. I think it might be antique ledger. So it's authentic. And then on the other side here is a digital, and I kind of just clipped this, botanical too that I had created. I've been doing that a lot lately. Been loving all the flowers and leaves and everything. So here's a really pretty journal card I made, and I just used a couple of images, layered it with some embossed paper, and then there's just an old postcard booklet back to it. So everything, it's throughout, where I just kind of did a lot of aging and just bringing in all sorts of different, neutrals together to just, create this really interesting book. So here's the center spread, and I put some piano roll down at the bottom, just giving it that really shabby, aged, feel. And there's another botanical there that I used a brad for, and then a little bit more of my washi there. So with this digital image, I printed on both sides, and I just folded it all up. It's got lines in it when you print it out. And so I just kind of went along those lines and just kind of folded it all up. So here's the other side of that ledger and the mulberry paper. And then some aged paper, which had, Western Union telegrams, adhered to it. And then I put the words down there. I just thought it looked neat. So another tag, and if you look at my last Ruby and Pearl project, that's where I created these. Really super fun, really easy to do, and I think they're beautiful. So I created a pocket here, and then a second pocket there with the texture paste, which I added a little bit of glitter. You can kind of see a little glimpse of that. So there's 2 pockets there, and then I created this tag using, an image at the top, some embossed paper in the middle. And then this envelope was kind of a little bit, destroyed. So I just kind of saved it by doing this. And I've since added something in the pocket, but, the recipient will get to see that. And then just some pretty trim on the side there. Some old eyelet, really. And then there's the other side of the music and the wallpaper print and the old envelope. And then you can see a little bit more of that lace that I had wrapped around it. So that was the completion of the first signature. Now the second one is this beautiful embossed image onto watercolor paper. And then I added a botanical right here that's just layered on some old ledger. And I embossed it. Just so super pretty. And that's an authentic piece of wallpaper. And I put some of the piano roll paper on the back of it. So created just a really fun pocket here. And some more, a phrase down there too. So on the other side is an embossed pocket from an old ledger. And I created this one using a Tim Holtz die and put some more piano roll on the back. And then I created a little pocket with these 2 images here. So the back is on tracing paper and then the front is just on copy paper. And then some more antique ledger, and there's a little pocket there. Well, like a little tuck, a little bottom tuck. So I created that flower image with some old packaging paper as well. And then here's the center spread. And then this is I think it's from the 40s. So it's a vintage letter. Oh no, 39. But it's really fragile, as you can tell. But I thought it was still beautiful and still neat. And so I just added a little bit of, texture paste to a book page and adhered that to the front. And it's clipped onto an old authentic ledger piece. There's a lot of digitals to choose from in Heather's shop as far as, when you're looking for neutrals. I mean, obviously there's color, but there's tons and tons to choose from. So with this image, I put it onto vellum, folded it all up to kind of create this pocket where I added this calling card that I've embossed. And then I created like a journal card basically with this. So super pretty. And on the back is just an old envelope that was, it's seen better days, really fragile. So I just glued it to the page. And I love all the layering and all the different, shades of, creams and browns and everything. So there's a double pocket here. And that's a really old calling card that I embossed at the top. Put in a few little scraps. They just add, nice detail. And then there's a little bit of lace on that bottom pocket. A lace ruffle. And then some more florals. So there's a pocket here with some embossing. And that's watercolor. I don't know if I said it before. And then this is an envelope, and I really liked the inside, so I actually flipped it, inside out, and then utilized it that way. And I just made this floral tag. I thought that was really pretty. And then I covered, I had printed this music out on tracing paper, and then I covered the back side with it. And then we're on to the third signature. So there's another flower image there, and just an old envelope. And I added some embossed watercolor paper inside. So super pretty. Another image there that's just clipped in, and then another, garden page at the back. So perfect for journaling. So the garden pages and the tea stained lace papers, they just go together so well. They're really, really beautiful. And also the Love and Light kit. Or no, is it Love and Light? I think I use Love and Light at the very end, but the Crème Brûlée kit. So you can just see like all these kits that are mixed together. I mean, everything just looks so pretty. So I did some, I did some repair actually on this envelope. It's tore. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's tore. So I embossed it and it looks really cool. And then I added this floral tag inside there. I just love old envelopes. So I added this lace here, and then this is just folded in half. I just, glued it together, and I just thought it was just perfect for extra journaling. And I just thought it looked really pretty behind the lace. Some more watercolor paper there that I embossed, and then an old book page. Actually, it might be like a dictionary page. So a floral image there, and then there's some authentic wallpaper behind it. Just really, bringing as much interest with all these neutrals that I could. So here's a letter here, and it's folded up, so it kind of creates a pocket on each side. So there's a digital image on one side here. And then another floral tag with a little bit of embroidery floss at the top. Here's an authentic letter from, I think it's like 1877. Wow. And then some beautiful lace trim at the bottom. And then another embossed business card, some authentic wallpaper, just kind of tucked in there. And then another floral image with an embossed piece of watercolor again. So I created a little flip here. So I just, I added some different elements together just to kind of collage. And then I created a pocket on the back. Some fabric there. I just think that's so pretty. And then another floral image on vellum authentic wallpaper, and it's attached to the other side of the envelope with another floral tag. So super pretty, lots of journaling space. And then I created another pocket here, did some layering. And then I love printing the invoices or even lots of different images, a little bit smaller, folding them in half and then just creating a tag. It's just a simple way to do that. And then on the back side, I used an authentic, and that's probably got the only color in it, a little bit of lavender there. But an authentic library card thing holder. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I added like an old letter to the bottom of it, and this flips open because it's on an old envelope. And then I just added this image here to an old, Western Union telegram, an authentic one. And then created like a little tuck spot here using an authentic French postcard. And then I just created, a real simple journal card on the other side. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot of inspiration, and feel free to ask me any questions below. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.